Michelle Gurney, Marcella Helen Francis Creason, Ruby Ann Hardy, Jacqueline Michelle McDonald.
The exhibit was quite shocking. It was very difficult to interact with because I was very clear what I was looking at. I was in a room of dead women. I think we need to figure out some preventative stuff, as well as making sure that people know what's actually happening and the numbers that it's happening in.
Brenda Ann Wolfe, Georgina Papin, Wendy Crawford, Jennifer Furminger.
I think this exhibit is extremely important, and I think there should be more exhibits like this. I just would have liked to felt that there was a personality and a person, and not just an object. And maybe that was even the message. Maybe I have got the message that they are objectified. And I cannot separate missing and murdered women in Canada from missing and murdered women throughout the world. Ultimately, the problem unfortunately, has to do with awareness and then legislation.
Tiffany Louise Drew, Dawn Cray, Deborah Lynn Jones, Patricia Johnson.
Being able to walk amongst the missing, you know, that's the sort of, you know, walking amongst the ghosts. Yeah, I think is the significance of this kind of setup. Education, awareness. Somehow improving social sensitivity.
Heather Gabriel Chinook, Heather Kathleen Bottomley, Andrea Josbury, Serena Abbotsway.
Talking with, some of the mothers of these missing women in Edmonton, it's even more powerful. And how I said to her, why isn't it illegal to be a John, to buy sex? And she said, well, that's exactly what we're working for. I'm going to cry about it. Yeah, it just makes no sense. I don't know if I have any answers. This awareness business is a good start.
Angela Arsenault, Diane Melnick, Sherry Irving.
It really makes you feel when you see that many representations of women who've been murdered that misogyny has just gone amok in society, and it feels difficult to deny that there's a genocide of women that's taking place in our society. But it feels like there needs to be a fundamental shift in how people view women and their relationships with women. It seems that economically and culturally and how people raise their children and how people relate to one another and the values that they espouse, there just needs to be a fundamental shift, because women aren't a commodity, and I think that attitude certainly reflects itself in a small minority of people who take it to the extreme, and you end up with a body count at the end.
Marnie Lee Frey, Carrie Lynn Koski, Sheila Catherine Egan.
I'm a father of 2 daughters, and it struck me how little as a society we value young women. I live in a world where I don't see this sort of thing happening to the people that I know, and yet it's obviously happening to lots of people. They need to criminalize the offense for Johns a lot more than they do. I mean, I know in Edmonton they're starting to impound cars and all the rest of it, but I'm still not sure that there is quite the emphasis on it that there should be. I've never understood why the names of convicted Johns aren't published in the paper and that sort of thing. We need to shame those people because they should be ashamed.
Prostitution Awareness and Action Foundation of Edmonton is proud to be part of a room full of missing women, the stunning, multifaceted, and emotionally moving exhibition. The vision and mandate of PAFE is a community where there is hope, respect, and transformation for individuals, families, and communities affected by sexual exploitation. PAFE is a caring community. We work through partnerships to create and pursue strategies to address sexual exploitation and the harms caused by prostitution.
Hidden away in the dark corner of our minds. We know it's there, but we can't face it. Then we'd have to be